What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you another amazing video today. Happy Friday. We are playing the Lord of the Rings RtW, and in today's video, I am talking about Eomer. Okay, this is a highlight on Eomer, damage potential, and overall build status. I have been playing with him all season on my alt account here on my iPhone. And the alt account, has had some success with some builds and some significant unsuccess with other builds. And after playing with Eomer in this mid-40 range for the past 4 days in PvP, this has been my favorite build to run to date. This was a decent report to show you. There's been just a lot of reports. Now, I wanted to highlight Eomer's damage, okay? So, the point of this video is not to look at Aragorn's build, alright, because his build is terrible. The point of this video is to look at the fact that here's Eomer, here's what he can do, and we'll talk from there, okay? So, I'll spend 10 seconds on Aragorn because it is part of the video. You can see he's got full purple gear. He's got some sort of weird build where he's got the R5 tree maxed out, and he's got the top R0 tree with points in it. Not the recommended build I would advise you to run. You should really be maxing out the R3 tree to get a lot of damage, and then pump Enduro tree full of skill points before you bother going into the Respect 5 tree. So let me just get that out of the way. This is not the best Aragorn build, obviously, okay? But it will be fairly tanky, right? He does have over 200,000 HP here with, looks like he's about 80% of an army here. So this will be a good report to look at Eomer's damage output and not focus on Aragorn. All right, into the Aragorn build itself. This is my alt account, so yes, the gear is going to be quite limited. All right, we have a fantastic Elven Dirk here with Pierce. Pierce is going to gain bonus damage from his R3 tree, Eodig. Okay, so, Pierce, Cleave, things like that will be beneficial. Weapons with that will help you. Okay, it also has some speed. Next, we have the Scout's Mail. Scout's Mail has speed and might, which is really fantastic. That's what I want here. Okay, the full helmet is going to be might. Oops. Full helmet's going to be might plus blinding barrier, so my knights take reduced elemental damage. Really amazing helmet for a commander like Eomer. And then lastly, Wizard's Firework with Pursuit. This is super duper key since, 75% of Eomer's damage comes in round 3 nuke, 3, 6, and 9. But, that initial round 3 nuke is extremely important. If you get evaded on your round 3 nukes, you might as well uninstall the game because you're not going to win the fight with Eomer. Okay? For troops, I'm just running a mixture of knights here and cataphracts. Knights have much lower defense, but now they have the blinding barrier ability. So lower defense for physical, much higher resistance for elemental. Cataphracts, higher defense, high physical resistance all around. Skill-wise, I've got the top R0 tree, Marshal of the East Mark. This is going to give me a nice nuke in round 3, as well as plus 100 speed. I'm putting all of my remaining points into Swing as I level up, so by the time I'm level 50, Swing will be 7 out of 7. Rohirrim, this is going to help my units deal more damage. Not really the end of the world, plus or minus for this. You max it out, get some might, but really you want the cleave ability, which is the branch chain off of that. The cleave ability will take the bonus speed from Marshal of the East Mark and create something beautiful with it. Then we have the R3 tree, Eodig. This is going to be fantastic, going to give you bonus damage plus some more speed. And then we'll have Attack Vitals, which is a high damage ability in the off rounds 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, okay? Let's see how the build performed, ladies and gents. First of all, Eomer here with 141,000 damage output. Not too shabby. The soldiers coming in here, right? Rohirrim is not to be trifled with. Rohirrim is a strong ability that can make your units deal 44% bonus damage going into round 3. So do not underestimate the power of Rohirrim, especially on a speed commander like Eomer where you have high speed to begin with. You will have high Rohirrim damage stacks, okay? So, I was playing around with a different version of this build where I was using Shire Protectors as a third unit. I actually did like that build. It's not that bad. It's interesting, but, I decided to go a little bit more tanky with it, so here we are, okay? Into the actual report itself, get excited. Again, we're going to look for his nukes in rounds 2 and 3, and we'll see how they kind of line up. All right? Here we go. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Eomer did not trigger his Pierce on round 1. No problem. There's the Knights. Look at this. That's what I'm saying. They're going to have almost 45% bonus damage when this is maxed out at stacks. And you can go higher. You can get better speed gear. You know, whatever you got, right? Okay. The Cataphract's coming in. The Knight's coming in, dealing some damage. No problem. Here in round 2, we are going to trigger our attack vitals and swing. Again, once I'm level 50 and swing is maxed out. This will actually be a decent damage round for Eomer. He'll be able to pump out 25,000, 30,000 damage between attack vitals and swing. So it could definitely be worse. Then we have an auto attack with a Pierce proc. Pierce, again, is getting 20% bonus damage from Eodig. So it is very nice to use abilities that have Pierce or Cleave on them. Equipment, it will help your damage output. All right. The Knights are already at 30% bonus damage. The Cataphracts as well, hitting very nicely. Here comes round 3 damage nukes, ladies and gentlemen, from Eomer. This is the point of the build. You're going to come in with Marshal of the East Mark. You're going to punch the Knights in the face for 11,600. Sorry. Then you're going to come in with Cleave and hit them for 18,000 damage, right? 17,775. Bam, bam, bam. We're looking at just under 30k in nukage here in round 3. Followed up by some auto attack with Pierce, although I did not hit with Pierce. Okay? And then here we have Aragorn, King of Men, coming in with his ability to hit me with Enduro. Again, not a good build for Aragorn. But here we go. Check it out. 44% bonus damage for my horse units now. My cavalry units going into round 3 here. So they are dealing higher damage for sure. All right. We got attack vitals. Again, more damage. So round 2, 3, and 4 is really a lot of damage. Round 5 is going to be very stagnant. And then round 6, we're going to come back in with a fury. All right. Round 5, really no damage from Eomer. Here on round 6, everything is going to line up. Everything's going to line up. All your damage abilities are going to line up on this one round. Round 6 is a big round for you, okay? If you're fighting against a Grima, it could be a big round for Grima. We got attack vitals, okay? We have Marshal of the East Mark. We have Cleave, and we have Swing, all triggering in this round. Really a lot of damage. Very nice. And Pierce, look at that. Look at that. And here is, right, now Aragorn, King of Men, has his 70% damage ability. He is now triggering Anduril, right, here we go, with that damage bonus. So, there you go. All right, I mean, guys, that's the fight. Rounds 3 and 6 are the big ones. Round 3, you get that Marshal plus Cleave nuke. Round 6, you get all of your damage abilities that line up at once. So that's Eomer's potential. He doesn't do a whole lot of stuff in between the big nuke rounds. You know, swing and attack vitals are nice, but at the end of the day, the whole point is to get that Cleave nuke lined up. All right, so that is the Eomer build we're talking about today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me that like and sub if you did. This is, again, after all the 15 different builds, as you can see, I've tested with Eomer over the past couple days. Really, this has been the best build for me. Okay, so love you long time. Happy Friday, folks. Randy out.